Hello everybody, welcome to this playthrough for Pro and Expert Division with various wins here for the Ocean Links 9-hole cup. Now with a modifier that gives us all tailwinds, but will that mean that we're gonna have just straight tailwinds? No, it does not mean that. So you shall be prepared for any sort of tailwind component, but we are not going to have any headwinds at least, which is a positive. So some holes we're probably going to be able to send it, some holes we're just going to have to play just the normal way that we have done before. In this video, you will see videos with some headwinds as well. Not all of them, obviously, but the reason for that is that that's the videos that I do have for you. So I'm doing my best to explain to you on how to play the various holes in whatever wind direction you have. You can obviously use these advice that I would give you whenever you play these holes in regular tour play and in other tournaments as well. Follow the info box on the right hand side to get the club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type I suggest you to play with. When it comes to the patreon.com/golf-tommy, join in the largest guide community, premium guides that will get you to the weekend rounds, will get you to have a chance for a banner. You scan the QR code here on the screen or you use the link in the description down below. We offer everything when it comes to the game modes in Golf Clash, so something for every game mode. And before we move on to hole number 1, make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification as well. Now, hole number 1. Hole number 1, we're playing this one for green. Yes, we do. Stretch out the max to find the center of the fairway island. The only difficult part here is that when you adjust the rings, you do adjust down from the cliff, which could be a little bit tricky, but shouldn't be that difficult. One ring of overpower with extra my level 8 and level 9, and I did push up to max as well, obviously. 2 left spin is what I'm having here, but looking at the outcome, I do honestly think that we could remove the left spin and actually push this one for unholing 1. Obviously, the left spin is yeah, again, it's an unnecessary thing. Playing without left spin or even with right spin would definitely be much better. But nonetheless, a safe eagle here in hole number 1. On hole number 4, we do have a conservative approach, we do have an aggressive approach, and here in this playthrough I will show you the more aggressive approach, which is the absolute best chance to consistently get an hole in 1. I want to add that I've hit single great right and I've been hitting perfect, and both of them clips the rough. I haven't hit any great left yet, which going to have to be added then towards that. Okay, if we do hit great left, we might miss the rough and go into the sand, so have that in mind. It is an aggressive approach. Half a bar topspin, let the ball guideline go through the hole but on the left side of the pin. Adjustment here is going to be 1-1 plus 0.5, which is max plus a 10 P1 numbers using Sniper 10 in the app. So Sniper 10 in the app, regardless if you're having a Sniper 7 or Sniper 8 or something like that. Drops nicely for an hole in 1. This is a very good chance. For hole number 9, we have 2 options. This is a big boy play, and we are playing this one with a power 5, side spin 2 plus, and then with wind 3 as worst. We can play with wind 4 and also wind 5 if we would like. Start with the rock, and with rock 9 we start at the top of plus 15 with blue ring by the rough line, rock 8 top of plus 16, and rock 7 top of plus 21. Swap to Apocalypse after that. Doesn't matter if it's Apocalypse level 4 or better. And then we're going to apply 4.5 bar topspin, adjust max plus 20, P5, and use whatever overpower we adjust into. Now, the ball will bounce on the fairway, then on the fairway again, and to then clip the rough and roll out nicely. And now we're going to be consistently around 345 to 350 yards. On the second shot, as it is headwind, we're going to have a compressed ball guideline, which means that we're going to land further back than where we normally than where we aim. So that's why I'm using the bullseye by the rough line, tip of the ball guideline before spin to be just 1 green square left of the pin. Then I'm applying whatever spins that get the ball guideline 2.5 green square through the hole. And that's going to be all from, you know, a couple of clicks of backspin to a couple of clicks of topspin, and with approx 1 right spin. Adjust is going to be with a +4 as a base. It's 50% slider with a 20% elevation, P5 numbers, and we're adding subtracting 0.1 for every 2 yards. Adjust is done, and we are then center the ball and to hit perfect. Obviously this is no gimme, but playing a shot like this from this spot is allowing us to attack the pin for an albatross, which is the goal with a play like this when it is a little bit more aggressive. So getting it to drop hard right, I mean, who cares? It drops, right? If you're looking for the full guide for hole 9 or any other hole in this playthrough, scan the QR code here at the top, or you go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. You get immediate access when you sign up to any of our 9-hole cup guide packages for the expert qualifying round and the master qualifying round guide. Pack the Grizzly to find absolute minimum distance in the easiest way possible, and I would call this an absolute money shot. This is a beautiful design and dropped loads when I played in practice. 1.3 top spin and 2 right spin, playing with a quasar ball guideline to go approximately 1 green square left of pin. But more importantly, I'm looking at the blue ring and also with the red ring to the left into the sand. Adjustment minimum distance with a 20% over adjustment, power 1 ball settings. Those of you that are playing with anything else than a sniper 10, use a sniper 10 numbers in the app. Bounces into the rough lovely, comes in catching the funnel and rolls in for an hole in 1. Beautiful here in hole number 4. Take your game to the next level with our ultimate tournament text guides for the Ocean Links 9-hole cup expert and master division. As always, we are providing 9-hole cup guides for expert and master division, qualifying round guide, and also then a final round guide. Both of the guides do provide shots for free to play balls, but also for paid balls for those that do want to mix and match or just do one of the other. Of course, we do have other stuff on Patreon. We have a platform that offers something for every game mode. So if you're looking for Checkpoint Challenge, Tour Play Guides, 18-hole tournaments, 9-hole cups, we have you covered. Scan the QR code here on the screen or use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy that is in the description down below, and then you will go to the page with all the packages. If it becomes difficult to choose choose a package, you can always contact us at support@golfclashtommy.com or hit me up on Messenger or Telegram. So start your journey and become a better player with our guides now for the Ocean Links tournament. On the drive, we start by adding spins, which is 4.5 bar top spin and 2 right spins. So this is a shot that is adapted to extra mile level 6+, and also obviously for Thor's hammer, for Apocalypse in a lower level and stuff like that. So even if I do have extra mile level 9, that should not be your focus point. So focus on the attributes that you actually can replicate this in a very good way. So we stretch out to find, more importantly, the second bounce to be into the water, pointing towards the edge of the fairway pad there on top. After that, if we do have a club that is going to be extra mile 8 or 9, then we're backing up. So extra mile 9 backs up to +27, extra mile 8 backs up to +28, extra mile 6 and 7 continues at max. Max +10 P5, max overpower with a slightly slower needle, and you do want to attempt to hit perfect, not great, but the goal here is to bounce into the rough like that and roll out. I think this is a very smart way of, with less topspin, to actually get ourselves a very nice and decent chance for an eagle on this hole. But now we do have the wedge still to be done. You need to play with a power 5 ball. I would recommend to stick with the Berserker ball because we do need wind push. Playing with a P5 ball with more wind resistance might not push you enough, and then you might flirt with the water. On the second shot, I would strongly recommend to use as much topspin that you can. This to minimize the flight time. But you don't have to do a max topspin play here, especially if you do have a lesser ball guideline than the Endbringer 7. Now I understand that the Endbringer 7 is definitely a superior club to have in pro, but it's more to display what can be done here. So either you go with topspin or you go for regular EB school, which is going to be no spin EB school plus 20% P3 numbers, not P5. Have that in mind, even though we're playing with a P5 ball. So this is a fairly simple wedge in my opinion, which should be giving us a very easy time to get ourselves to the goal, which is to get an eagle. So on the drive here, we start with the quarterback, and quarterback level 9 and level 10 starts at plus 11. Quarterback level 7 and level 8 start at max. Once we have found that position with the white ring by the rough line, we're going to switch then to extra mile and the big dog bag, or whatever. If you have the cataclysm or the horizon, yeah, you choose what you wanna change to. So 4.5 bar top spin, 3 right spin, half a ball of curl right. Max plus 10 P3 is the adjustment. We're getting over to the fairway safely, nicely, and now we can just play a very nice and safe shot for now on the second shot. You can play with katana as well if you would like. However though, you will need to have in mind that then the overpower might be a bit hefty on the second shot. So for the second shot here with Big Dog or with Horizon or with the Cataclysm, depending on what club you have in the highest level of those three. 6.4 topspin is what we're looking for, and all the left spin. So all the left spin and 6.4 topspin. Now look at the second bounce. That's what I'm focusing on. We are gonna be approximately 1.5 ring above the bunker, and we are going to be focusing to be more right off the pin. This is not going to be a shot that we're gonna drop. Sure, we can maybe get a lucky one, but in the end we're looking to play this way in this headwind to give ourselves a safe eagle, which we're getting every time. You can hit great left, great right on the second shot, and it's still going to be safely on the green. And now we do have a putt for an eagle. What you need to know as well as a little extra is that you are going to have to add the overpower you adjust into. So if you adjust one ring into overpower, use one ring of overpower. Hole number 7, start at max P3 line, and we're using the red ring to be by the rough line here with a pocket 8. 5.8 top spin and 2 right spin, and we're going to make an adjustment that is max plus 10 P3. Once we have made the adjustment, we're going to push up. I'm going to push up 2 rings for a pocket 8, and now you may be wondering, what should we do with an pocket 4 if we do not have because we don't have the distance, we do have 6 yards less power. Then we're pushing up a little bit more to compensate for that. Obviously all of that is listed in Telegram and also in the guide. Max overpower with a completely slow needle, not completely slow, that was a lie, slightly shake of the needle, and the ball bounces, and we're looking to be around 420 yards. Here we actually want to have a controlled distance. We don't want to get as far as possible. What needs to be said though is that I tried several times to go directly over the water, but it was so wind strength dependent, and I eventually then scrapped it because I don't want to play with those small margins. Sure, in the best of the world, we have a high wind, we are by the green, but in the worst case, we might clip the rough or even go into the water with a low wind, and then, I mean, what's the point? Because then we don't really have a shot for the eagle anyway. So, lay up and make it consistent instead. Now, we play your turn plus yardage here, and here obviously having a ball that has more power than power 3 is actually pretty good, because then we will allow ourselves to even go shorter than what we than 420 yards. Top, like tip of the ball guideline, 2 green squares short of hole with 3 topspin applied, and then we're going to make an adjustment that is from the +5 as a base with medium distance with a 15% elevation, P3 numbers. So it's 50% slider, which is medium distance. That's why I call it medium distance. And then we're going to have a good chance. Center the ball, hit perfect. And this is going to be a very good chance for us to drop this par 4, which I do believe actually is a little bit trickier than what I thought from the beginning, because I thought I could easily clear the water, but I couldn't. And then, I mean, in the end, found this one, super pleased with it here for hole 7. If you do want to get the full detail for hole 7, you scan the QR code here at the top, or you go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Once you do sign up, you get immediate access to the expert qualifying round guide, but also from everything we do for master the vision in the 9-hole cups. Make sure to sign up already now. Hole number 7 is a very good chance with the rough bump here, and even though it looks scary, it isn't as scary as it looks. So we're gonna start by adding 1 right spin, and then we shall be using the bottom of the inner ring to be just by the edge of the sand trap line, ball guide line through the hole, and then we will apply minimum distance with a 5% over adjustment P1 numbers, power 1 ball settings. Adjustment is done. Then we shall center the ball and hit perfect. The only risk that I would say here that you can have is if you do go with a hefty underpower, because the underpower here will obviously let you lose distance, and that's going to be a problem. Bouncing nicely into the center of the rough, and it rolls up towards the pin and dropping nicely for a hole-in-one here on hole number 7. For hole number 3, we're gonna play up the fairway on the right hand side using 2 left spin, and we're also going to use 4.5 bar top spin. So this shot can most definitely be played with an extra mile level 6+. So you can see here that I'm looking for the ball guideline to be straight down the fairway. Adjustment is maximum distance plus 15, and then we're going to go with an inside wall left curl. Perfect ball. And we can see this ball travel away and travel down the fairway, setting ourselves up for a very easy way of getting over towards the green on the second shot. Second shot, we're not playing for an albatross here. This mainly due to that we're having a power 3 ball, and also at the same time, this is a very weird par 5 with a lot of risk if pushing too hard. So we're playing a rough bump here to bounce this ball out onto the green. If having to adjust down the cliff, you push up to be on the cliff edge and you use a little bit of underpower like I'm doing here in the video. This will prevent you from going too long, and you get yourself up there on the green and you have a safe putt for an eagle. Again, we're playing this hole regardless what wind angle we have of tee. We're playing it for an eagle, and then to be done with it and move on to hole number 4. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Pro and Expert Division with various wind here for the Ocean Links 9-hole cup. Scan the QR code and go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy to get the best guides on the market for 9-hole cups, 18-hole tournaments, checkpoint challenge, tour play guides. I mean, we have something for everyone. Link is in the description down below, or you scan the QR code. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.